Here's a red wine for Thanksgiving. The wine I'm sharing with you today is a LOLA Cabernet Franc Cabernet Sauvignon from Pelee Island Winery in Ontario. Now, I have long been a fan of Pelee Island Winery because it produces wines that people like to drink at affordable prices. It's situated in Canada's warmest growing region, so it ripens fruit beautifully every year. Its winemaking history dates back more than 150 years, and it has more than 285 hectares of land under vine. In fact, Pelee Island Winery is the largest private estate winery in Canada. So when it's time to pick a wine for, say, Thanksgiving, looking to Pelee Island Winery is a no-brainer. And this wine is fabulous, especially with turkey. It's a blend of about half Cabernet Franc, half Cabernet Sauvignon. It's stainless steel fermented, which lets the fruit shine through, and it's inexpensive at less than $16 per bottle. So let's taste. In the glass, great depth of color. This is interesting because it suggests ripeness for sure. But this is half Cabernet Sauvignon, which has thick skins and tends to impart depth of color. But it's also half Cabernet Franc, which has thinner skins and isn't as deeply colored when it becomes a wine. So the fact that this is such dark color means that the fruit was really ripe going in. And I think, yes, you find that immediately on the nose. It smells ripe, deeply fruited, muddled black and red fruit for sure, as well as a drizzle maybe of cassis. Lots of black currant, a little bit of raspberry. I always associate Cabernet Franc from Ontario with raspberries, and it's there for sure. Lovely, but that bright, fresh purity of fruit is the expression you get when it's stainless steel fermented using beautifully ripe fruit, and I love that. And on the palate, streams in, quenching, fruit forward and fruit driven, yes, but on the finish, as it sort of recedes, you get wonderful autumnal notes, sort of like, dried leaves or something like that, as well as a twist of cranberry, that earthy berry note associated, of course, with cranberry, but also Thanksgiving. And that is the bridge to roast turkey. Structure is beautiful. It's lifted, it's smooth and round. There's enough texture to hold the fruit in place on the finish, but it's not grippy at all or astringent. It's ripe and beautifully ripened. I really like that, and that's the mark of quality, especially at this price. Now, there is no oak showing through. There's no oak used in this wine, so you're not getting the nuttiness, but it's got enough earthiness underpinning the fruit to give it complexity, to give it a note of seriousness, to remind you that you're drinking wine, not fruit juice. I also like the fact that there's a lift here that gives it a drinkability factor at the table. It's a light wine, lively wine. There's depth there, but the lift makes it drinkable because it's only 12.5% alcohol. Let me glance at that. Yeah, 12.5. So really light for a red wine, the kind you can splash in your glass and drink with abandon at the table and serve it to everybody. And you can also enjoy it with sort of canapes before. So great wine to know about, and that's what I wanted to talk about.